back to the channel. Following on from the last episode where we did the booster, I did say I need to bring the Varadero in just for a quick job. It's just a fuel pump replacement. Shouldn't take too long. So I'm going to do that today. As I say, the bike is in, it needs some real TLC, so I'm trying to rush through bits to get things done. I need to get the, as I said previous episodes, I need to bring the ST in, some electrical work on that. I need to do some maintenance on it and some checks on it. A few people on the forums have pointed me in different directions on things that I need to look at, so we're going to have a look at that. But that'll be coming up from the next episode, probably be a couple of episodes on the ST, or however long it takes to actually make sure it's okay. And then the Varadero will be coming in, stripped down, and just TLC, refurb parts, replace what I need to. So Varadero's in. I've already taken out the cowling underneath the front exhaust, because the fuel pump actually sits, for those who don't know about Varaderos, the fuel pump actually sits right down the front. It's a V-twin engine, VTR1000 engine in a XL1000 Varadero, and the fuel pump is wedged down underneath the front cowl. So I'll show you what needs to be done and then we'll crack on. Let's try and get down here and show you what's going on. I will try and rig up some better lighting. Unfortunately I was going to try and put this on the ABBA stand, but I don't have the correct fittings. So as I say, people who are unfamiliar, it's a VTR1000 engine, a V-twin. That is the fuel pump, and there's the front exhaust, and then the oil filter and starter motor in there as well. So everything is kind of rammed right at the very front. Right, so fuel filter, that needs to be replaced as well. But as I say, obviously the carburetors, for anybody that knows these engines, are way up under there. Because the Varadero has quite a huge tank, you've got one petrol tap there, one the other side. So obviously the fuel's coming out from the tap down to the fuel pump and then back up into the carburetors. Unfortunately it means that well, as far as I've seen, they're prone to going through fuel pumps like they're going out of fashion. But as I say, the primary objective today is to take this one out, replace the filter, so I have a check of some of the hoses. Ones that I've already looked at seem to be okay. And then get the new one fitted in. So first thing, we need to take these out. Right, so I've got to manage to get a brighter light. But say that's what we're going to be removing. And also this filter. Got a fuel container just in case there's any fuel that's stuck. So it's just 2 clamps. Right, that one's now off. There wasn't a great deal of fuel in that one. Right, all we need to do now is just unplug this fuel pump. The lead goes up inside the fairing, so I just need to do that. Plant that away, out of the way for a second, because the next bit I want is the actual filter. Obviously I need to keep the housing. That's not looking too brilliant. Right, a little bit of fuel in there, not a great deal. Right, so as I say, all I need to do now is just unplug this fuel pump, and then we can connect the new one, and then also new fuel filter. Right, so the lead and the plug for the fuel pump is just up in here, and then winds its way down to the pump. So I just need to disconnect, if you can actually see it. Right, there is the plug. I just need to disconnect that, drop the pump down, remove the rubber housing, and then fit the new one. Right, so I've got the housing, rubber housing around the new one. Just remove them plugs. And then connect back onto the locators. Alright, so new fuel filter. Alright, so what I've got to do now is just bring the lead up and connect it. Right, that's nicely plugged in, and then just tuck that lead away. The bottom end, I'll get some electrical tape and just tape that round. Right, I've turned the fuel taps back on. As you can see, that's full up with fuel now. So it's basically ready to go. Yeah, that's doing its job. All I've got to do now is just put the cowling back on. Right, the other option you can take is I actually want to see if I can save this fuel pump and then have it as a spare. It's easier for me at the moment just to actually just replace that new one out. Right, on the bottom side there should be a screw. Let's clear some of these wires back. Right, and as you can see there's a switch. You can get the actual fuel pump switches. So this whole top section has a replacement. So it is literally just 2 screws. So as you can see, that pulls away, and there's a wire connected to that point. You can see the clamp, so you just need to break that contact. And then you can solder that piece back in and then fit in the reversed order that you took it apart. So that's another option that you can do. You can always, if you think the fuel pump's okay but it's maybe the switch that's gone, as you can see the difference between the two. Mine I think was a combination of, I reckon, the actual pump's gone and the switch has gone as well. But I just wanted to get a switch because I'll probably, as much as I can, I'll try and strip this down. But that was to show you, just in case you don't need a fuel pump, you just need the switch, how easy it is to actually replace the switch. Well, thanks for joining me on that one. Hope that one was helpful. Just a little insight into the Varadero. I say that will be coming in after the ST. Start stripping that down and working through it. There's a lot to go through. There's a lot to actually probably put right, because it's just been used and used and used. I was heading towards the 100,000 mile mark. Obviously lockdown kind of cut that one short. I'm now back out on the road again. I'm back out of work, so the mileage is now clocking back up again. So it's just under 93,000 miles. It is due for some TLC. But say next episode we'll bring the ST in, we'll start going through the electrics and then do a front to back and just go through everything. I just need to make sure that is 100% and ready to go before I bring the Varadero in, and at the end of it obviously give it a polish and make it look all nice and shiny. But as usual, comments in the comments box below. I appreciate all your feedback, all your comments. Big thank you to all my patrons. Really appreciate all your help and support. You help me out so much with all the bits and pieces that I need to keep this channel ticking over. So big thank you. Links to other videos top left and top right, and join me again next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.